Hello Internet, welcome back to another episode of Pokemon FireRed and LeafGreen. In the last episode, we went to Mount Ember on one island and caught Moltres, finally. We technically could have done it after the 7th gym, but we just didn't. This time, we're going to be showing our Pokédex to Professor Oak because we've caught almost 100 Pokemon already, and I know by this point in Red and Blue, we already had 149. Actually, no, we had 150 because of Mew, but I haven't been that diligent this time. I'm getting there, though. So let's go ahead and show our Pokédex to Professor Oak. Good to see you. How is your Pokédex coming along? Here, let me take a look. The amount of progress you've made on your Pokédex is 142 Pokémon seen and 98 Pokémon owned. Professor Oak's rating? I'm impressed. It must have been difficult to do. Ah, now this is excellent. Winter, I have another important favor to ask of you. I need you to listen closely. I thought you were going to say carefully, you threw me off. Recently, there have been sightings of many rare Pokémon species. I'm talking about Pokémon that have never been seen in Kanto. I would love to go see things for myself, but I'm much too old. Since I can't do it, Winter, I'd like you to go in my place. Hey, I heard that! Gramps, what's with favoring Winter over me all the time? I went and collected more Pokemon, and faster too! You should just let me handle everything. I know. Of course I need your help too. Now, I need to see both your Pokédexes. Professor Oak took both Pokédex units. And that's done. Now these units can record data on a lot more Pokémon. Winter's Pokédex was upgraded. Now, Winter and Aiden, this time you really must work towards filling your Pokédexes. I urge you to make them the best and the most complete of all time. Truly, this is a monumentally great undertaking in Pokémon history. Gramps, calm down. Don't get so excited. I'll get the Pokédex completed, don't you worry about a thing. I think I'll try looking around one island first. Anyways, I'm out of here. The upgrade that Professor Oak gave to us is the National Pokédex. This can store Pokemon from not only the Kanto region, but also the Johto and Hoenn regions. I thought it would let me go all the way to like 386. I think that's the end of the Hoenn Dex, but not until we register number 386 in the Pokédex. I think it goes without saying I am not going to be completing the National Pokédex in this Let's Play. I will very likely actually finish the regional dex as I did in Generation 1, but National is expecting a bit more of me than I'm actually willing to put in. I think I can handle this. I cannot really handle all 386 Pokemon, but it's a cool thing to have. You don't really get any rewards for doing the entire National Dex anyway. It's like completely a satisfaction thing. The National Dex is actually not possible to complete with only Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green, or only Ruby and Sapphire, or only Emerald. You need like some combination of Fire Red, Leaf Green, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Colosseum, and XD. And then if you want the event Pokemon, you'll also need bonus discs from various different regional games, and it's a pain in the ass. My friend, Flora, right now, is currently on a mission to complete the National Pokédex, and I wish them luck, because holy shit, I cannot imagine the effort going into that. They already beat Ruby and Sapphire and completed the Hoenn Dex, and I think they're moving on to Colosseum now, which... that's just, it's a lot. Anyway, here in Vermilion City, we actually have some new Pokemon to go over before we take off. Most specifically, Friendship Evolutions, which have become available now that we have the National Pokédex. I'm going to go ahead all the way to the bottom of my bag where I got these rare candies. We'll say I got them through pickup. Golbat and Chansey are our only two Friendship Evolutions that are, like, obtainable now. Unfortunately, Umbreon and Espeon are not obtainable in this game due to the lack of a day and night system, so you need to play Pokemon Coliseum or XD or trade an Eevee to Ruby, Sapphire, or Emerald for that. Anyway, our first friendship evolution of the day. I'm actually just gonna evolve them both now, and I'll just let their bios play out now, actually. That's a better way of going about this. You've waited this long to evolve your Golbat, so here's your reward. Crobat is a remarkably solid offensive presence with the extremely high speed stat of 130 and a perfectly usable attack stat of 90. Add on to this Crobat's access to Sludge Bomb through a TM we're going to have access to relatively soon, Shadow Ball to cover its weakness to Psychic types, Aerial Ace for stab that's guaranteed to hit no matter what, Steel Wing to hit Rock types, and several great hidden power types to cover other problems. Crobat's really solid. The only real problem Crobat will face is that it can do next to nothing to Steel types, but as long as you have something to cover that weakness, Crobat can cover almost everything else. Blissey is the best special wall in the game. It can shrug off any special attacks, counter special threats with its own moves, and act as a safe pivot against those same special threats thanks to its enormous HP and special defense. Note that I said special 4 times in that sentence. Blissey does not stand a chance against physical attackers in any way, and you should always keep that in the back of your mind when using it. Blissey is an excellent utility Pokemon, using its bulk paired with Soft Boil to restore half its HP to completely wall special threats, and set up with moves like Thunder Wave, Toxic, Sing, Reflect, Light Screen, or Minimize. Blissey's also capable of using special attacks decently enough with Calm Mind to bolster this even further. Ice Beam can be fun to try and freeze opponents, and honestly, Blissey can learn almost every single TM move. Blissey is unfortunately obtained pretty late in the game, because if it was just a little bit earlier, I would have said that Blissey is fun to use just to retool its moveset throughout the game as you pick up new TMs. As it is though, if you're looking for a Pokemon to cover a vulnerability to special attacks, Blissey is your answer. So yeah, the friendship evolutions in the Kanto region are pretty good. Anyway, Aiden said that he's going to start his search for new Pokemon on one island, and we've been there. There weren't any new Pokemon, but we're still gonna go there first, because we don't really have any other options. Let's go see Celio. It's been, like, 2 episodes since we've seen him. Winter, how have things been for you? Oh, is that right? You've caught more Pokemon. Do you know what? Maybe I can be useful to you. I'm modifying the network machine right now. I'm changing it so it can handle trades over long distances. When I get finished, you'll be trading for Pokemon from trainers far away. But there is a slight catch. For the link to work, the machine needs a special gemstone. It's supposed to be on one island, but I haven't found one yet. Who knows where it could be? I was trying to find the gem even while studying. As a result, I've made no headway in both my search and studies. If I relied on Bill, I'm sure my research would progress, but this time I want to try to do things by myself. So, this gem is somewhere on this island, and that is our only clue to go off of. We need to head to Mount Ember, and I need a Pokemon with Rock Smash. I need to get used to Chiding not being the main HM user anymore. Decided to put Chiding back in the box. We're just going to have, or to put Rhine back in the box, I meant to say. I'm going to have Gaster back in the party for a little bit. Since we're pretty much always going to need an HM user on hand in the Sevi Islands, we're gonna have to make some choices on who's gonna stay behind for every given, like, objective, and the team's levels are largely going to be the determining factor almost 100% of the time as far as that goes. I also have a Carbos that I never used. I don't know where I got this. Oh, yes I do. It wouldn't work on anybody and I was gonna try it on Gaster. Okay. Yeah, of course it works on Gaster because I've been too scared to use him because he's so damn strong. Alright. I'll cut ahead to when I'm back at Mount Ember. Here we are. Mount Ember. I was a little tempted for a second to teach Gaster how to explode. Whew! Punch through at last. Let's go treasure hunting. Any treasure we find, we haul back to the warehouse, understood? Oh, and what are the passwords at the Rocket Warehouse, I mean? What, you forgot the password? There are actually two. The first one's Goldie Need Log, and the second one is... Hey! This Snoop's been listening in! Yeah. Trying to horn in on our treasure? Don't bet on it! Team Rocket Grunt would like to battle. Yeah, we haven't finished Team Rocket off just yet. There's still some stragglers on one island, so I guess we gotta deal with them. We also heard about a rocket warehouse, so yeah, we have a bit of a story going on here in the post-game. Unheard of for the Kanto region. Pretty sure this guy is largely just gonna have Rattata and Raticate and, like, normal Team Rocket Pokemon. I'll probably cut out the rest of this battle. Gaster grew to level 53 from beating his Sand Slash. Learning Nightmare. I see. I'm not gonna go for it, but if you want to run a sleep set on a Gengar, I guess you can. Wait, but how? Oh, you know. Develop amnesia conveniently and forget everything you heard. What? Oh my god. I forgot that, like, the dialogue in the postgame is so funny. You've been eavesdropping on us, haven't you? I have. Amnesia conveniently. Oh, I am really gonna enjoy this postgame, I can tell. This guy's using a Cubone and a Marowak. It still pisses me off so much that Team Rocket uses this line. Oh my god. Huh? What? Why'd you have to win? What a setback. We'll have to regroup. You! Don't even think about taking a step inside here. If you know what's good for you, don't even think about this. I'm gonna think about it. I didn't actually think that much about it. I sort of just stepped inside, but, you know, it happens. Welcome to... Did it say what this part of the place is called, actually? No, it didn't. Welcome to the interior of Mount Ember. Technically, this is our second time at the interior, but this is going to be our first time in this part of the interior, since those Team Rocket grunts apparently punched through a rock wall on an active volcano. I don't know what they were planning with that, or how there's, like, such clearly formed areas here. There's rocks to destroy in here, and in those rocks are two new Pokemon, with one more... Well, there's one Pokemon obtainable from the first basement floor down, and then on the third floor, a second one becomes available. Let's go over those, and also see if I can find one by breaking this rock. Slugma is not the setup for a bad joke. Slugma learns Flamethrower at level 36 and then evolves at level 38. Funnily enough, Slugma really benefits from being caught this late. You don't need to put up with it for too long before it stops being Slugma. Magcargo might be worse than Slugma. Fire Rock is a bad type, and it sports weaknesses to water, rock, fighting, and ground types, with two of those being 4 times weaknesses and with nothing it can really do to cover said weaknesses, and its low speed stat guarantees that they will almost certainly outspeed and kill Magcargo. Magcargo is best off trying to put its foes to sleep or poisoning them with Toxic, using Rest to heal itself off, and using Flamethrower or Fire Blast to attempt to go for raw damage, but unfortunately, Magcargo really just isn't good at anything. It only took me until the end of the bios to encounter anything, because I forgot I had a Repel up. I'm gonna cut ahead to when I actually find a Slugma or a Magcargo, because I actually do want to catch one. Okay, I just found one by wandering around. All 4 of those rocks that I broke on the floor below this literally only had Graveler, so I guess it was not meant to be from Rock Smash, but that's fine. I at least found a Slugma. God, I cannot take the fucking name seriously anymore. Slugma, the lava Pokemon. It never sleeps. It has to keep moving because if it stopped, its magma body would cool and harden. That's, like, so sad. Alright, actually moving on now, we have a bit of a strength puzzle here as well, because they need to combine 2 HMs in this new area. They just have to. While we're, like, down here where, like, wild Slugma can appear and everything, I do want to bring to attention Slugma Shiny. Slugma Shiny is really, really cool. It's, like, white lava. I'm a big fan of it. Alright, I wasn't even really paying attention and I solved that strength puzzle, so must not be that hard. Slugma, when it evolves, Magcargo Shiny is so disappointing. We have a crossroads here. Okay. The path splits. One is a shortcut back to the entrance. We are going to take... Oh, I don't know what one to take. Well, not this one, because I already fucked up the puzzle. I think. Yeah, I did. So, I guess we're taking this one. Yay! This was right anyway. We basically just want to keep going down. So the other ladder led up, so it wasn't going to be right anyway. Here! We have Braille. ABC. DEF? G? No, no, I think it is... Okay, I don't actually know what this, like, the Braille actually reads as. Unfortunately, I don't have the manual for Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire that would actually tell you what they say. But these Braille, these, like, inscriptions in Braille are just the entire alphabet in Braille, and that's how you're supposed to translate things in Braille from this point on. Because, yeah, they're going to be using Braille for puzzles now, which I think is cool, but also, I feel like Braille isn't very effective when it's on a screen, right? Isn't the point of Braille that it's, like, bumps that you can feel? They're just using it to, like, get a point across, obviously, but yeah. Here's a Ruby. Cool, we found a Ruby. This says... Everything has meaning. Existence has meaning. Being alive has meaning. Have dreams. Use power. Weirdly existential. Our way out of here is back up on this floor. We're gonna have to use strength to push this so we can get out. You could also use an escape rope, but where's the fun in that? The fun in that would be not having to deal with wild Pokemon. Repel has been sprayed. Alright, what is the puzzle here? It's going to be to push this way, and this way. Got it. Now we can head up here. And here. And here. And that brings us down this ledge back at the entrance. Alright. We have a rare gemstone, which reminds me of something Celio said he wanted, so let's go hand this off to him real quick. Hi, Celio. Oh, that's... Thank you. Winter, you're simply amazing. May I ask one more giant favor of you? Yeah? While I was studying gemstones, I discovered something important. There's another gem that forms a pair with this ruby. That other gemstone is supposed to be in the Sevi Islands. Winter, please, I need you to go find the other gem. Winter, may I have your fairy pass and the town map? Return the tri-pass to receive a rainbow pass and obtain an extra page for the town map. This is my own fairy pass. It'll let you get to all the Sevi Islands. Winter, please, I can't do it without your help. We take a look at the town map now. We can obviously see 1, 2, and 3 islands where we've already been. But there are a lot more, too. Here we can see 4 Island, 5 Island, 7 Island, and 6 Island, because these two just had to be different by being on opposite sides of each other, from where they should be, realistically. That's obviously not true. The Sevi Islands are actually meant to be viewed vertically, as you can see by this layout here. And the map I've been using on the end screen is of the Sevi Islands, but it's had to be flipped horizontally. I'll put that map on screen in the correct, like, rotation right now, so you can see how the Sevi Islands are actually meant to be laid out. I like the idea of the Sevi Islands. I like exploring, like, these cool, like, uncharted areas. Even just that one part of Mount Ember is so cool to me. I just wish you didn't need to have HMs for literally everything. Man, it feels weird having a Johto Pokemon. It feels so weird. I'm gonna be calling them Johto Pokemon, but they're realistically, I should be calling them Generation 2 Pokemon, because, we aren't going to Johto, and they clearly are not from Johto if they're also in the Sevi Islands, so... whatever. That's just me being pedantic with myself. I want to go to 2 Island real quick before wrapping up. It occurred to me that we never did a lot of things with Gaster, and that includes going in here and checking if there's anything I want him to learn from the move relearner. If there's not, I can just deposit all my mushrooms, and then that... well, I mean, that's just helpful. That's 2 more slots in the bag. Doesn't look like it. I could teach Hypnosis, Dream Eater, and Nightmare if I wanted. But I don't really want. Spite is a funny one, actually. Maybe. Spite is a move that cuts 2 to 5 PP from the move last used by the foe. It's similar to Grudge. I'll think about it. I really don't want to get rid of Metronome for any of these, though. None of my Pokemon need tutoring. God damn, man. Take a hint. With all that done, we've seen everything there is for us to see right now on 1 Island, 2 Island, and 3 Island, including that bit of Mount Ember that we weren't able to get into before. Next time on Pokemon FireRed and LeafGreen, we're going to be heading to 4 Island. See what else we can discover there. See you guys then.